Okay, so first of all, we're going to look at the chords of A major, D major, E7, and F sharp minor. And that's what they sound like. So first of all, A major, we're just using our index finger on the C string of the first fret, middle finger on the second fret of the G string, and you just leave the bottom two strings open. So again, just curl your fingers around so you're using the tips of your fingers, because you don't want to have them flat like this and get this kind of sound. So the idea is to get the chord shape and then just go through one string at a time, make sure everything's ringing out, and that's your A major chord. Okay, the second one, a bit of a tight squeeze for this one. So your index finger now goes to the second fret on the G string, middle finger goes underneath on the C string, and then your third finger is underneath again. So this time what you'll notice is, instead of having your hand nice and straight, you have to kind of bend it up again, so it's almost touching the head of the uke. And you should just be able to, it'll take you a little bit of practice, but you should be able to squash them fingers on. And make sure you leave that bottom string open. So if your fingers aren't pointed back, you'll get this kind of sound. So just get them nice and pointed back. And that's your D major. If you really struggle getting them fingers on top of each other, what you can do is use your index to go over the top two strings. Okay, like this. So I'm just flattening that finger over the top two strings, again, keeping as close to the fret marker as you can. And then your middle finger will just go underneath on the E string. So that's another way you can possibly do it if you find it really difficult to get all three fingers on. Okay, so the next chord is the E7. So when we're playing the A major, the best way to think about it is switching them two fingers over. So your index finger goes to the G string, middle finger comes down to the C string, and then your third finger is going to go down to the A string on the second fret too. So that is an E7. And again, you don't want your hand too straight on like that, because you'll get all this kind of sound. So just bring it round slightly. And that's the E7. The F sharp minor, what we can do is go back to that A major chord. So that part is in it, and all we're going to do is add the third finger onto the E string on fret number 2. So you get this little triangle shape going on. And again, leave the bottom string open. And that is your F sharp minor. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to practice a new strumming pattern called the Calypso strum. So this is a great pattern to learn, and you can literally play most songs with this pattern if you wanted to. Obviously, we don't advise that because, you know, there's loads of great rhythms and patterns that you can play, but this one will work with the majority of songs. So let's go back to that A chord, and I'm just going to demonstrate. That is the Calypso strum. So what's happening is, if you notice, my hand is keeping a nice fluid movement going up and down. So all I'm doing, I'm just striking the strings when I need to. So you've got a down, down, up. Then what I'm doing is letting my hand fall back down, coming back up again with a down and an up to finish. So down, down, up. Try and get used to that if you can. What you might find is when you do your down, down, up, people tend to stop at the top there to try and, you know, it gets a little bit confusing, but the idea is just to let your hand fall back down again so you can come back with two ups. So you've got two downs, two ups, and then a down up to finish. And all the upstrokes again always fall in between the beats. So if we were kind of, I'll try and tap as we play. Okay, so the next video we'll go through the whole sequence for the song that we're going to be looking at this week.